Did I do that?
What we do in life echoes in eternity.
What up, y'all? It's Devin with Up TV, aka the Dot Connector, and I have one question that I need to ask. How many times does the same thing need to be exposed before people start to see just how real it is? How many celebrities have to admit that they sold their soul to the devil before people start to realize that the entertainment industry as a whole is satanic? In a video called How Your Favorite Entertainer Sold Their Soul, which I released a little bit over 3 years ago, I pieced together clip after clip of celebrities admitting when and how they sold their soul to the devil. And so I make these type of videos because people need to be warned about the reality of the situation, which is the fact that we are in an ever-going spiritual war. We can no longer afford to allow ourselves to be deceived, which is why it's important to pay attention. Don't be so surprised when you see someone like Lil Nas X openly promoting Satanism, because all of these artists in the industry openly promote Satanism. Some just do it in a subliminal way. They do this because they know it's slowly desensitizing you into accepting Satanism as the norm. Most people know this, but they pretend or choose to not see it or hear it when it's subliminally hidden because the thought of the truth to them is scary. So nobody wants to acknowledge the elephant in the room. But someone like Lil Nas X only receives some type of backlash because he's forcing people to see what they are so afraid of. But what should really have you concerned is when you go on the Lil Nas X video, how many people actually support Satanism? How many people actually support this way of thinking? Because there are so many people in this world who are lost that Satan has control over their mind. When you're watching music videos, when you're watching movies on Netflix, when you're watching TV sitcoms or even cartoons, understand on some level they are created to cast evil curses and spells on you in an attempt to control your mind, to control your way of thinking. The enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy, and the only way the enemy can steal your soul, kill you physically, and destroy your life spiritually is by controlling your mind and heart. All you gotta do is open your eyes and you'll see that virtually almost everyone around you is lost in the world. Some of these people have completely turned from the Most High and now study the occult, New Age, and or some form of witchcraft. And in many southern states, voodoo is continually growing in popularity. So trust me when I say that the so-called elite knows that they can control the minds of the masses by controlling your television programming. And by controlling the news people get to see and the entertainment that the sheeple mindlessly watch for hours, they can infiltrate your mind and program you to believe and feel a certain way without you even being aware that they planted an evil seed in your heart and mind. It's no different than the movie Inception. They plant the seed, the thought, the ideal in your mind with the goal of convincing you that you came up with the thought or ideal yourself. This is exactly the reason why we need to spend more time in the Word of God instead of filling our minds with entertainment like games, movies, and music that doesn't glorify the Most High in His Word. I can do a whole video on that topic alone because it's actually people out here who think that they think for themselves, but really they are mentally enslaved by the satanic entertainment industry. And so in today's video, I really want to highlight a few things I recently heard Jaleel White, many people know him as Steve Urkel, say in an interview that he recently did with TV1 TV. But before I touch on that topic, I want to say that this is not the first time we talked about Jaleel White on Up TV. At one time in his career, Jaleel White was doing 2 shows at the same time, Family Matters and Sonic the Hedgehog. In fact, he was the voice of Sonic for a series that many people called Sonic Sat AM, which eerily looks like Sonic Satan. I exposed the truth about this show in another video. The link to that video will be in the description for anyone who hasn't seen it yet. But one of the things that Jaleel White talked about in his interview was how some of his co-stars were against him wearing a dress when he played the role of Myrtle Urkel.
Joe Marie and Reggie at that time were very sensitive to putting black men in dresses. And they heaped that on me. And they let me know that I was not doing our race a service.
And so it's clear that his co-stars didn't want him to wear this dress because everybody knows even back then that Hollywood for a long time has intentionally made black male actors wear dresses on TV. Most people didn't even realize this until Dave Chappelle talked about it on Oprah.
I mean, I'm a conspiracy theorist to a degree. Like when I connect dots that maybe shouldn't be connected, I don't know. But certain dots, like when I see that they put every black man in the movies in a dress at some point in their career, I'll be connecting them dots like, why all these brothers gotta wear a dress? This happened to me. I'm doing a movie with Martin.
Yeah.
The movie's going good. So I walk in the trailer. I'm like, man, this must be the wrong trailer because there's a dress in here. They come in. The writer comes in. I think he's the writer. He's like, Dave, listen. You got this hilarious scene where Martin's sneaking out of jail, so he disguises you as a prostitute. And he put this dress on, and what? Is a prostitute? Nah, I'm not doing that. I don't feel comfortable with that. That should have been in the discussion. What? You don't feel comfortable with it? I mean, it's a hilarious bit. All the greats have done it. So, well, if all the greats have done it, it's kind of hacky, right? You're right. So why don't we just not do it? Because I don't feel comfortable wearing a dress. Oh, come on, Dave, listen, we got it all set up. We're supposed to shoot. Every minute you waste costs this much money. You know, the pressure comes in. He said, I'm not wearing no dress, man. I'm funnier than a dress. Just give me something funny to say. I don't need to wear no dress to be funny. What am I, Milton Berle? You know, we're going like this. And then finally he's like, and he leaves. And then, like, the director comes, Dave, it really would be great if you wear the dress. What is wrong? What is this, Brokeback Mountain in here? So then... wear the dress. I don't want to wear the dress. I want to wear this dress. You know what I mean? This is, oh gosh, it's so difficult. They leave. Now the producers comes. Come on, David would be so great. I mean, and then I started thinking about it. All the comics that I've seen, man, you know, strong brothers. Why are you putting us in these dresses? But the minute it was clear, I was adamant. I'm not wearing a dress. I'm not wearing the dress. All right, fine. Think of something else. That comes back 10 minutes later. The whole new scene. Damn, how did you write the scene so fast? You know, it's like, so you gotta take a stand. I should have never worn these shoes. Just don't match my purse.
I mean, that evening I felt like a girl. I felt like a girl playing Murder Alert.
This ritual of making the black man wear a dress on TV or in a movie has been going on for quite some time now. Clearly, when you look at today's world, you can see why they did it, because there was an agenda behind it. They did it as a way to desensitize the minds of the youth, and it was a ritual to show that they are down to do anything for the brotherhood. And now, when you look at where we are today, they are openly promoting the alphabet people to our children. And like I said before in another video, I don't care if it's a heterosexual couple. I don't want my kids being programmed or educated about it. Y'all know what I'm talking about, unless I'm the one, the parent, doing the teaching. When it comes down to it though, they got Jaleel White at a very young age, and he honestly probably had no real idea of what him putting on that dress really meant.
And my dad just rose up like a lion and was like, I've watched my son deal with this all week to pull out this performance, and he will never play this character again. You got it once, it's done.
And in another part of the interview, Jaleel White talks about his co-star Michelle Thomas, who played as his girlfriend Myra on the show. For those who don't know, Michelle Thomas passed away on December 22nd of 1998 from a very rare type of cancer. But the reason why this is important is because Jaleel White makes it very clear that Michelle Thomas was one of the few people in Hollywood who did not sell her soul to the devil.
Michelle had a lot of opportunities to sell her soul to the devil, to start climbing a little faster. And she just wasn't that girl.
So once again, how many times does a celebrity need to expose the fact that people are indeed selling their soul to the devil before the masses will wake up and realize that they have been following Satan this whole time instead of following God?
You called. Who are you? I'm your dark side, your underbelly, your worst impulse.
But what are your thoughts? Should Steve have worn the dress and played Myrtle Urkel? Are we being programmed and desensitized by the entertainment industry? What are your thoughts about the passing of Michelle Thomas? And did Jaleel White sell his soul to the devil? Sound off in the comment section and let me know. And because there will be no Up TV without viewers like you, I would like to give a special shout out to anybody who has donated or supported the channel in any type of way. This is Devin with Up TV. I love you, family. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also hit that bell so you get notified anytime I upload a new video. Give your life to Yeshua, and I'll holla at y'all later. Peace.
My parents would only take Steve if Steve's parents promised to take me.
Sort of an Urkel exchange program?
Exactly, honey.
Thank you for watching Up TV. If you like this video and would love to see more, check out these great videos here. And don't forget to subscribe to Up TV and Up TV 2 for even more great videos.